Next, we're moving on to our business pillar. It's about supporting a thriving business ecosystem and also to ensure that businesses can work with community and education. To give an update from the Shaping Portsmouth Board, I'd like to welcome Jane Lemaire from the PCC's Economic Development Team, plus Shaping's Marianne and Dave.
That got a bit scary. I didn't have a mic.
Didn't have a mic.
How much do people pay for that?
So the favourite section where we welcome the fabulous Jane Lemaire to the stage, but this year you are now the award-winning fabulous Jane Lemaire. Portsmouth's own Sip and Social Awards, staged by Citrus and SLR, Inspirational Leader of the Year.
Thank you.
And very deserved. Congratulations.
We may not be friends anymore.
So, centenary year.
Yep.
All about birthdays.
All about birthdays.
So we had a couple of big business birthdays last year. Spinnaker Tower, 20 years, we were all there. Congratulations to Richard and the team for everything they laid on, amazing. An even bigger and perhaps more important construction in the city was 100 years old, the South Stand at Fratton Park, 100 years old, August last year. But we've got a couple of other birthdays this year that I know of. Delivered Social, I think you're in the room, a table of you. You're 10 this year, congratulations.
Oh, happy
Delivered Social.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Express FM, 50 years old. The country's largest community radio station. Remember what I said about community earlier? Just bears that out even more.
Absolutely.
And the only community station to get to the ARIA Awards, I'm led to believe. So lots coming in March with Express FM and their birthday. This is a great one. 100 years old. And thanks to David Williams from Whitelink for letting me have this. The Portsmouth to Fishbourne route, 100 years old this year. So congratulations, Whitelink. Great to have the original poster from the 15th of March, 1926. So there you go. So there's a little bit of business birthdays. Of course, the other big business birthday is Portsmouth International Port.
They haven't mentioned it, have they?
Have they not mentioned it?
Hardly at all.
Have they not mentioned it? We've got Mike Sellers with us. So, Mike, would you like to come on stage? Mike Sellers.
Come on, Mike, don't be shy.
Please come in, look. Come on, Mike. So, in fact, Marianne, before you give Mike the microphone, I'm going to speak to you first, so you need it.
Mike,
so obviously, we work really closely with the port, largely through our amazing cruise passenger volunteers. And before I speak to them, Marianne, do you just want to tell us what our volunteers have done in the port in 2025?
So last year, our ambassadors welcomed 35 cruise ships and greeted over 31,000 passengers. These 62 dedicated volunteers contributed an impressive 2,490 hours of service alone last year. So, and usually they are at the port at 7 a.m., sometimes as early as 7 a.m., and they work well into late afternoons. Their commitment and energy is truly remarkable, and we're deeply grateful to each and every one of them. In fact, we kick off the cruise season this year today. Yeah, amazing. So the first cruise ship of the year is actually at the port right now. And several of our volunteers have actually sacrificed missing the conference today to be down at the port to greet and welcome passengers off the ship.
So over 31,000 passengers greeted by our 62 volunteers. Amazing that they're still there today doing it. So could I just ask all of our cruise passenger volunteers that are in the room, please stand up for a second so that we can all give you a big round of applause.
Look, all at the back there as well.
And I love that you've brought your jackets. So Mike, big birthday for the port, but you won the Wave Cruise Award, Best Port, for the 3rd year on the trot last year. That's a hell of an achievement.
Yeah, before I start, can I just say they're not really pulling their fingers out if they're all going to be sitting here and not actually doing anything across at the port. So whenever you're ready, Vanessa and the team, just get across there. Yes, we have. Yeah, we won 2 awards actually last year. The Wave Award that you mentioned, which is 3rd year in a row. And bear in mind, I suppose we are still relatively new to this. You know, we're probably about 5-6 years into it. And we're still growing in terms of that cruise offering. So it's fantastic to be recognised internationally in terms of how we're doing from a cruise perspective. The big one really is the Cruise Critic Award, because that's the passengers, and it's the passengers' experience. And we get nominated through their scores, through how we're doing at the port. And a lot of that is thanks to the cruise ambassadors. They've been absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant, and it's great to know that they're making such a difference, playing such a significant part. Thank you very much, and
Dave,
thank you very much, Mike.
can I just mention something else? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do this.
Yeah.
It is the port's 50th anniversary this year. The port is owned by the city, and I'm not sure everybody knows that, but it's Portsmouth City Council that invested, built the port 50 years ago for that first sail in June, 17th of June. On the make a note in your diaries, 13th of June will be an open day for the port, so everybody will be welcome to come and see what we're doing and have a look for yourselves, and maybe get a chance to climb on a forklift and maybe some equipment.
Brilliant. We look forward to that and celebrating your birthday with you, but congratulations on the awards, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Marian. So, Marianne, workplace wellbeing. We've uplifted that a bit this year. Walk and talks.
Oh, yes, walk and talks, and the other events that we have throughout the year.
Walk and talks. We've done 3 walk and talks. I think the leaflets that you've been given on coming in have already got this year's walk and talk dates on them, so you can get them in your diaries now. Do come and join us. Business networking on the move. But we always have Solent Mind with us, a bit of mental health support. It's about getting out in the fresh air and looking after ourselves. But part of the programme and part of what, Marianne, you've been doing is trying to make our delivery more tangible. We do publish still our wellbeing calendar, but I think, Jane, you might remember when I first started, you came and you threw a bit of an issue at me and asked if we'd consider looking at it. Can you remember that?
No, I throw a lot of issues at you.
Yeah, that is true.
Most days.
Well, let me introduce you to someone then. Please welcome on stage Steve Piper. Steve, welcome. So you were here last year, weren't you?
Yes, I was, yes.
And there was one particular bit of the conference that caught your attention. What was that?
The slide about prostate cancer.
That one, perhaps?
That one, that's exactly it, yes.
And so as a result of seeing that slide, what did you do?
Well, I realised I was middle-aged, and I was probably in the catchment area for the being diagnosed with potential prostate cancer. So I took you up on the free PSA tests that Shaping were organising. So the following week, I think it was, went to the Marriott Hotel where they were doing simple blood tests to get a PSA test.
And I think the point worth reiterating here, men in the room that have not had this test, the key words were simple blood test, not what you might think it involves. It's a simple blood test.
I can confirm.
And what happened as a result, Steve?
About a week later, I got the results. I was actually at a conference in London, and it turned out I had a slightly higher than expected PSA level. So subsequent to that, I had an MRI, which then said there was something not quite right there. A following PSA test, which was higher than the previous one, and then it ended up with a biopsy in August. Got the results a day before we went to Bruges on a family holiday, which said that I had prostate cancer. But fortunately, because it was caught early and diagnosed early, the prognosis was good. So September 5th, I went in and had my prostate removed under general surgery and stayed in overnight. And now, fortunately, it's looking like it's all gone. So.
So you'll correct me if I'm wrong, Marianne. 2025, we tested 202 men. 8 men came back with the red levels and got referred into the NHS system. And Steve, you are one of 2 that have come back to us and said that they've been diagnosed with prostate cancer as a result. It's a really simple test. We'll be running more events this year. If you want to involve your business or you individually want to come along, hook in with Marianne and we'll get you involved in that. But Steve, thank you. And in fact, Steve, we're going to be doing a lot more.
Yes.
Because recently they announced that they weren't going to introduce a screening campaign for men. And you might find that over this year, Steve and I are talking about that all over the place at every opportunity and championing this testing. So absolutely. We're glad to hear you've been given all the all clear, Steve.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you very much.
Business support chain.
We do a bit.
We do. It's become quite a partnership actually now. I mean, it was a partnership initiative right from the outset, but I think Solent Growth Partnership becoming more involved in that piece locally has just added a new dimension where we can make this offer even more powerful.
Absolutely. So I think Solent Growth Partnership are upstairs near the coffee. Strange that that's where they found themselves. So I'm going to make no comment, Jodie. But Portsmouth City Council's Business Support Service is over on the corner there. And we all work in partnership with Shaping to make sure that our businesses get the best business support that they can, that we're really able to signpost all the free support that is out there. And far more excitingly, we've managed to secure some money that's allowed us to promote some amazing workplace training that businesses can access, and of course the mentoring, which is making such a significant difference to some of our individual businesses.
Definitely, and I keep saying it, a lot of businesses are just looking for someone that's already walked that path to talk to.
Absolutely, and that whole peer support piece is really, really important. Business networking is how we all survive and thrive.
Marianne? Do we need more mentors?
Yes, so we're always looking for business mentors. So if you'd like to be a mentor, please come speak with me or contact me directly.
Perfect, thank you. Now, right at the start, we mentioned when we introduced the team, the 2 students that are part of us from the marketing agency, and that is the newest initiative linked to the business support scheme. So please welcome on stage to tell us about the marketing agency, Professor Anne Murphy and Dr. Georgiana Busoi. Who wants the clicker?
I want the clicker. Do you want it?
We'll come off.
And then we can swap.
Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be here at the Shaping Portsmouth Conference. And wonderful to be able to talk to you about, I suppose, a newly changed initiative, but an initiative that's been running at the university for a few years now, the marketing agency. What's changed is that this is now a collaboration between ourselves at the university, Portsmouth City Council, and Shaping Portsmouth, really to improve our reach, to improve the offer that we make to businesses. The agency offers free marketing support from industry experts and from our students. Now, you might say to me, to what extent is a student offer a realistic and professional one? And I have to say, I have been one of the customers of the marketing agency. I asked them to do some work for me this time last year. They were fabulous. The students were amazing, entirely professional, very experienced, but also very supported by my colleagues as well. What would you get if you get involved? My colleague Georgiana is going to tell you a little bit more about this in a moment. But what we offer is clear advice, good ideas, ideas from a demographic that you might not access in the normal run of your business, but also now with our collaboration, an offer that is supported not only by Shaping Portsmouth, but also by business support services for Portsmouth to be much more all-encompassing. Georgiana.
Thank you very much. This is my first time here, so bear with me, okay? Usually it's easier when there are students, but it's more complicated now. So our students are amazing. I'm not just saying this because they're our students. As Anne said, they're quite dedicated. Obviously, they're learning as well. Our marketing courses, they're quite comprehensive, and we cover everything that you need to know, really, in marketing. So our students can support local businesses, and they do already support local businesses with several issues, and these are just a few of them. So those of you, and everybody here knows marketing, you know how complicated it is. So a few things that they can do is just look at doing market research for companies, advise on target audiences, buyer personas, digital marketing, more specific SEO, so competitive analysis, all sorts of things. Now, the way in which we support local businesses is through consultancy-based modules. So we do have our flagship module, the marketing agency. So we have a lot of live clients throughout our degrees. So that means that businesses will have to interact with the students on a regular basis, as if you would do with an actual consultant. However, we also use businesses as live clients, but as case studies within other modules, and I'm going to give you an example right now. Yes. So this is a quote from Matthew from Portsmouth Football Club. So they are now a client of ours, and we support the women's team. And we can move to the next. Thank you. So this is the other example. We have a module called Digital Marketing and Social Media, and the football club are a live case study. So the engagement with the student is not as often. So the clients would attend a few lectures, and then at the end of the module, after the students have produced the work, they would engage with the students as well. So what our students did, and one of my colleagues is in the audience, Alima, she is the module coordinator for this module. They have looked at keyword research for the women's team. They have looked at SEO tools and have done a lot of work as part of their assessment. So their assessment is actually the consultancy work that they're doing for the football club. And another thing they've done, because we don't only have one assessment in modules, they have actually developed a digital marketing strategy for the women's team. Because we all know, we're all from Portsmouth, the women's team are now pro, and what the football club is trying to do is raise their profile and obviously engage not only the local community with the women's team, but make sure that they're well known. So this is what we're doing for the football club. I think that's it from me. We have all sorts of other examples. Probably there are some businesses in the audience that we engage with as part of the marketing agency. It's a great initiative. Our students are great, and a massive shout out to Ben and Lizzie. I don't know where they are right now, but they were on the stage. So they're in the marketing agency. You can see us over there with Joe and the rest of the team, and just ask us any questions you might have. And it will be great to engage with as many businesses as possible. Bear in mind, this is a free support, marketing support for local businesses. And I don't want to tell you too much. I want you to come and talk to us. But thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you.